Okay, so this could be part one to what if Deku was Siren Head. So let's get into it.
Running up and coming, ain't nothing, yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something, I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand, and a full plan, I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man, every single drop got me feeling awesome, I'm about to pop, started from the bottom, yeah, I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I'll fight to live, I'll fight to strive. One day I'll have what I want in life.
So I got this idea from ZXI Haunted Boy. So with that out of the way, let's continue. Or let's get into it. So when Deku was born, he was like when the doctor told Inko that he was quirkless, or he was going to be quirkless, that like she immediately put Deku up for adoption. And like a couple like a few weeks later, I'm gonna just say that like someone comes in to adopt him, Deku, and it was just this guy. So this guy comes in to adopt Deku, and he fills out like paperwork. He like pays or whatever you do to adopt a kid. So like then he like takes Deku to this unusual building, like in an abandoned building. So then the man would say like, all right, I got a kid, now where's my money? Then Dr. Ujiko would come out, and he would say like, oh, like, all right, thank you, your money would be in the suitcase on the table over there. Then the man would go towards the suitcase, and he's about to open it, and like when he opens it, he sees there's nothing, and he says, wait, what? He turns around, and Dr. Ujiko kills him with a gun. And this would scare Deku, and Dr. Ujiko would like calm Deku down, and Deku would go to sleep. And from that day on, Deku has been like tortured and tormented by Dr. Ujiko, and All For One would also like be a part of this. So like when like I want to say that when Deku like he was 13. No, let's just say 14. Not 15, yeah, sorry. So Deku is 15. He's like, his birthday is like today. So like from this, like ever since he got adopted, he's just been tormented and like tortured by Dr. Ujiko and All For One. And he's like he's heard about Shigaraki, but he's never actually like seen or talked to him. So like he knows of Shigaraki, and he kind of knows about what Shigaraki is gonna do. He's like, he knows that Shigaraki is gonna form a league, like the League of Villains. So like one day, like Deku is just like, he's just sitting in a cage. Then Dr. Ujiko would like open up his cage, and he would tell Deku to stand up and come with him. And Deku he stands up and walks with Dr. Ujiko, and Dr. Ujiko would lead him to like a medical table, I guess, and like he would tell Deku to lay on top of the table. Deku does, and immediately Deku gets strapped onto the table, and Dr. Ujiko would say like since it's your 15th birthday, I'll give you a surprise. And then Dr. Ujiko would knock Deku out. No, he wouldn't knock him out. He would just like give him a serum that would paralyze him. And like Dr. Ujiko would get to work on making Deku a Nomu. So the quirks that he would put into Deku would be a sound quirk, a voice quirk, a like a size quirk, like where you can grow into different sizes. And yeah, those are the 3 quirks that he has right now. So like then like after like Dr. Ujiko would be done like with all like or with done like Deku is like now like looking like that, like Siren head. So Dr. Ujiko would be like laughing hysterically, and he would tell All For One to get in the room. All For One would see Deku. I want to say that Deku, he would use like his size, like one of his quirks to grow bigger. So I'm gonna say like he's like 40 feet tall right now. And he like I want to say that they're in a factory. I think I said an abandoned building, but I want to say like this was in a factory. So Deku would be like all the way up to the ceiling. He would be like touching it, and All For One or not, Deku would try to escape, but All For One would like detain him with like almost like with a bunch of quirks that he can use or that he has. And All For One would say like, "Huh, Dr. Ujiko, you done it again." And Dr. Ujiko would say like, "Yeah, this one is a little bit different than the others. Like it can actually talk." And All For One would say like, "What do you like? Really, it can?" And Dr. Ujiko would say like, "Well, not really. It has a quirk that allows him to mimic other voices that he hears." And Deku, no, All For One, sorry. All For One would say like, "Oh, that's nice." So he like I'll take Deku and to Shigaraki and see what he thinks. So like All For One would take Deku to Shigaraki, and Shigaraki would say like, "Oh, my Nomu's ready," and he would look at Deku, and he would say like, "What is that? What is that, master?" And All For One would say like, "It's your Nomu," and Shigaraki would look at Deku in disgust, and he would say like, "I didn't want a Nomu like this. Like I wanted a big, strong one, not a tall, skinny one." And Shigaraki is just complaining, and All For One would say like, "Okay, like we'll make you another one, but at least take this one." And Shigaraki would say like, "Fine, whatever." So Shigaraki, or yeah, he would Shigaraki would take Deku, and Deku like he can't really like he's not in the right state of mind right now. Like he can still think, and he can like still feel like emotions, but he can't really like see because Siren Head has no eyes. So a few days later, like Deku would be put in a cage, and Deku would be put in a cage, and then All For One would return with another Nomu, and it's the same Nomu from the USJ. And Shigaraki would say like, "Now this is a Nomu I really wanted," and All For One would say like, "There, you have 2 Nomus. Are you happy?" And Shigaraki would say like, "Yeah, I guess I like this one more than the other one." And All For One would say like, "Just deal with it." And All For One would like teleport away, and Shigaraki would say like, "Yes, alright, like now time to like form the group." And so like then I'm gonna say that he has the papers for the USJ, so like he's starting to get ready. Deku and the Nomu would be like just in a cage, just waiting for their orders. And like Shigaraki's like ranting with Kirigiri, and they're just talking about like the plan and all that. And Deku is like he learns how to he hears Shigaraki's and Kirigiri's voice, and he automatically knows how like to use their voice or to replicate their voice. And Shigaraki would let Deku like out of the cage, and he would let like Deku go at night, like in the middle of the night, and he would tell Deku to like just walk around and get as many voices as he can to replicate. And Deku does. Deku stands by like a bunch of forests, like he stands in a forest and there's like a highway next to it, and he would also see like some people camping and all that. And I'm gonna say that it's close to the city. Like I'm also say that Deku can hear really well. So like he can hear from a mile away. So like he's like he's trying to he hears a voice, he replicates it. He does that for a bit, and then he gets like a signal to tell him to like come back to the base. And I'm gonna say that he would get like some of Class 1A's his voices, but not all of them. So Shigaraki would tell Deku, or to tell Deku to use the voices that he can replicate. So like Deku would just like replicate all the voices that he heard, which were like kids, women, men. Yeah. And Shigaraki would say like, perfect. This is perfect. So like Kirigiri, prepare for the big day tomorrow. And Kirigiri would say like, yeah. So the next day would come. There would be a bunch of villains, or just like random street thugs, at the bar or whatever they were at. So like they're just like getting ready. Then Shigaraki would tell Kirigiri to open up a portal. So Kirigiri does that, and like the same, like for like Class 1A, they see like the same thing as in canon. Like they would see like the villains come out, and they would see like the Nomu along with Deku. And Deku, I'm gonna say he's not 40 feet right now. I'm gonna say that he's like 15 feet right now in height. So they're like saying like Aizawa would like jump down the stairs like in canon and start fighting. And like Deku has replicated replicated all like the thugs' voices, and I want to say that he heard Aizawa's voice, so he replicated Aizawa's. And then this is when Kirigiri would teleport everyone across the USJ, and Deku would be told to like go into like a certain area to replicate the students' voices to lure them in a trap and kill them. So Deku does that. I'm gonna say that it would be in the, I don't really know. I'm gonna say in the fire zone. No, not in the fire zone. I'm gonna say the fire zone right now. Why not? So the fire zone. So like Deku is in the fire zone, and he would see Ojiro, and I think and Tokoyami. Think so. I don't really remember. And I'm gonna say that the dude with the animal voice quirk, whatever, like he can talk to animals and all that, he's in there too. And he would also like replicate Tokoyami's voice to like lure in the dude with the animal voice quirk. So he would lure him into like a back alley, and this like the dude would see Deku, and Deku would grab the kid and like kill him and eat him. Then like Tokoyami would hear this, and he would run towards where he heard the screaming, and he would also see Deku like eating the kid's leg. So Tokoyami just saw Deku eating the other kid, and he like Tokoyami gets terrified, and Deku would spot Tokoyami, and he would walk slowly towards him, but then Tokoyami would start to run, and Tokoyami would run towards Ojiro and and to tell him that there's a villain here and killed one of the students. So Ojiro and Tokiyami, they get out, but Deku would also get out, but he would lose track or lose sight of them, so he would just continue walking around the USJ. I'm gonna say that he would make it towards the middle area, and he would see Aizawa fighting the Nomu, and the Nomu beating on Aizawa. So Deku was just standing there, and then this is when All Might would show up, and All Might would say like, "I am here," and Deku would replicate his voice, and I'm gonna say that he replicated Aizawa's voice as well. So All Might would rush in like in canon and start fighting the Nomu, and I'm gonna say that Deku would replicate the kid's voice. I can't even remember his name. The kid that can communicate with animals. I want to say that he replicated that voice, so he can lure in like more students and into one area. So I'm gonna say that Bakugo and Todoroki showed up. I'm gonna say Kirishima showed up. Momo, Jiro, and Kaminari, they showed up in this one place. And all they like Deku is like hiding in like, I would say like he moved all the way into the corner, and they're all like in the corner of the USJ. So so they're just like wondering like where's the student and all that. And then Deku would replicate the voice again, and he would tell them to come over here into this back corner. And they do so, and they all they see is that, like you see in the picture, they see Siren Head. And I'm gonna say that Kaminari starts to run, but Baku would face Deku head on. Baku would be throwing explosions. It's actually doing some damage towards Deku, like because Deku is like so thin, like his arms like, they look like they're easy to break off. So like Bakugo is throwing explosions, but then Deku would grab Bakugo by the leg, and Bakugo would keep shooting explosions at Deku, like at the head or on top of Deku, and Deku would slam Bakugo towards the ground, and Kirishima would step in, and he would harden his arm, and he would like start like hitting Deku's legs. But then Deku would pick up Kirishima, and he's about to crush him, or not crush him, like about to like eat him. But like as he's about to take like the first bite, Kirishima would harden his head and his hair, so it would actually like, I would say that it would like the spikes, I guess, would like go through Siren Head's mouth. It'll be sticking out from the top, and Deku would let Kirishima go, and like Kirishima would fall, and Deku would scream out in pain, and it's all like it's like a mixture of all the voices I replicated, or no, it's like going back and forth between different voices that he replicated. So like everyone is just confused about what's going on, and Bakugo would get back up, and he would shoot another explosion. But I'm gonna say that All Might already took care of the other Nomu, and All Might would head over towards Deku. All Might would punch Deku, and Deku would get sent flying back towards like the middle. And I'm gonna say that Kirigiri, and Shigaraki would say like, "Come on, let's get out of here. We already lost one of the Nomus. Like, we can't lose another." So Kirigiri would teleport Shigaraki and Deku away, and All Might was about to hit Deku, but Deku teleported away. And All Might would like be angry because like villains attacked the USJ and the students and all that. So I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys like this part and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.